Hello.
Hello. And welcome to Strictly on the Sofa.
That's so sad. We can't do it like that.
Can't we? Oh, I thought it was like quite a coy, like, hello.
Hello and welcome to Strictly on the Sofa. Hello. Right, okay. Welcome to Strictly on the Sofa,
the show where we overanalyze every sequin, every heel turn and every dance disaster, all from the comfort of our own living room.
I'm Laura.
I'm Flo.
And lovely to see you all on this week 7.
To see you all.
What a show, what a show, what a show. I think we say that every week, but this week was particularly amazing. I think the standard is so high.
Yes.
Yeah. I didn't want anyone to go, and not in a like, oh, I love everyone. I didn't want anyone to go. I genuinely couldn't pick anyone off.
I know, exactly. I thought it was, everyone seemed to do like really good, almost everyone seemed to do a really good dance this week, you know, which I love, because I love seeing people doing the best that they can do. It's just
no, I completely agree. I love that.
I don't know what I was going to say. I was going to talk about the elimination. I think there's a bit of an elephant in the room situation going on here, though. And I say this because I've just come off an interview on a BBC local radio station where basically all they wanted to do was talk about Tony and how there's this campaign by Arsenal fans to vote Tony through every week, even though they don't even watch the show. And Arsenal have got 2.5 million Twitter followers and like, I don't know. So I just, before we get into the dance off and the elimination, which I'm really sad about, I just also want to defend Tony.
Yes, like, absolutely.
I can think it's a sad thing that Ellie has gone, without also being like, and Tony should have been the person to go instead.
Yes, so, exactly.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that before we get into it.
I completely 100% agree. I loved Ellie. Ellie got one of my votes every single week. She's pretty much the only person I voted for every single week. Everyone else, the other 2 votes changed. And so I'm obviously gutted that she's gone. My mum last night was having a rage and being like, I'm not going to watch it again. And my dad was like, don't make promises you can't keep. And we were just like, I'm sad to see her go. I love Tony though. And also, just to address these Gunner campaigns, it's a bit of a moral panic, isn't it?
Yeah. It's one Daily Mail headline.
Yeah, it is one tweet from someone being like, we've done it, I've set my alarm to do it. Like, I do believe there is a bunch of Arsenal fans who are doing this. Do I think that every single one of the 2.5 million followers they have on Twitter from across the world are doing this? No, I don't. And do I think they'll give up eventually if, do I think this is actually changing much? Not really. No. It doesn't, it sort of, I think there's a direct comparison here between Joe Sugg being on Strictly and how, like, his vote, he has, I don't know how many followers he has on YouTube, but a lot, right? I think that...
Yeah. If he'd have danced really terribly every single week and didn't bother and didn't put the effort in and didn't look like he was having a fun time, people would have got bored and not voted for him. So I think it's just... I think the thing is, like, I can't remember what I was going to say. Yeah, I doubt that enough people are going on like actually bothering to take the time when it's a show they're not interested in at all to like log on, like vote for something that they aren't even watching. Like, not enough people to like really shift it down anyway. And the flip side of it is that Tony just has a huge audience vote because people love him, because he's really funny. He's done some really good dances and he's trying so hard. And that is what Strictly is about. Not that the others aren't, but he is really putting everything into it. And he's got people on his side. And it is a 50-50 judges audience vote.
Yes, exactly.
And so I just won't have it that there's some kind of like big conspiracy.
No, it's also Strictly Come Dancing, do you know what I mean? Like, just come on. And it's not the first time it's like that a dancer that is not amazing. Where was the Dan Walker conspiracy last year, Flo? Is all I'm saying.
Exactly.
Just, people have fan bases. That's normal. It's fine. Like, we move.
I know. And also, you win people over. Like,
he's
got new fan bases. I literally said this on the radio. I was like, Laura is the biggest Man U fan, and she, for one, cannot believe that she is supporting an Arsenal footballer. But here we are.
Right? Exactly. I'm pretty sure I did vote for him this week because I felt like it was not his best week, but I thought he had something. I felt like I wanted him to see him get through this bad week and then see what happened.
Exactly.
And so it's just one of them things. Anywho, glad we addressed it. And you addressed it very well on BBC Radio.
Well, thank you very much. I was trying to contain my my annoyance at being asked silly things. However, let's devote some time to talking about Ellie Simmons and Nikita, because I'm really, like, for all of that said, I am so sad she's gone. I really am. That Nikita's leaving speech.
Oh my
goodness, my heartstrings. So yeah, like, I loved their partnership this series, and I think she definitely had at least a couple. I would have loved to see her get to Blackpool. Like, she had a few more weeks in her, I think. So I'm just really, I'm really sad about it, basically.
No, I completely agree. I think it's really, I think I would have loved to have seen her at Blackpool. It would have been amazing. Also, I think because she's taken to Strictly so well and so seamlessly, I think it's easy to think that the whole process is effortless for her or for anyone. And it's not. And I think that she's such a bright personality around the whole thing. Like, she never stops talking, and I just love it so much. And even in Nikita's, like, little Instagram post that he put up yesterday, he said, how am I going to get through the day without you? Like, or like, how am I going to get without you talking to me all day and stuff?
Literally, that's me. When you've been to visit and you go home, I'll be like, how am I going to get through the day with Laura not yabbering in my ear all day?
How dare you? Also, I do feel a kindred spirit with Ellie, I have to say.
I think the other thing I just wanted to point out is how well she smashed the stereotype of sports people who can't really perform or act. Like, she is just she's 100% put personality into it, and charisma, and I think that is so good to see. Yeah,
I love that. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with the way that sentence ended. When you're like, I'm really glad that she smashed it. I was like, it's going to be boundaries, which she also did, obviously.
I mean,
but then it was like, but no, she smashed the stereotype of sports people with no personality. It's true.
You're right. I was about to follow that up with her. Plus, what she's done for disability awareness and all of that. Obviously, I just think it's worth, like,
it is. It's true.
You are right, though. You are right.
No, but both things are absolutely
true. Exactly.
She's an amazing contestant. Like, she's a fearless woman.
Mm-hmm.
Her and Nikita were just little chaos angels together, and it didn't feel like the right time. But on the other hand, what a great dance to go out on.
I know. She looked gorgeous as well, didn't she?
She did.
Her
so gorgeous. Like, the vintage
red
look.
ears. Oh,
the
gorgeous.
makeup. Oh, stunning.
So lovely. So yeah, it's sad. I never know when they go out on a great dance, if it's good or bad thing, because if you go out on a bad dance, you're like, oh, could have done it better. But if you go out on a good dance, you're like, at least you're happy, but also, oh,
I know.
Should have gone through with it. Yeah.
It's so hard.
I know.
Do you want to quickly discuss her dance?
Yeah, I just loved it. It was really fun.
Yeah. Pure and simple. Yeah, 100%. I think that it was just incredible for Charleston. It had everything you wanted in a Charleston. I think Anton said that, didn't he, when he was like, it was show-stopping, it had lifts, it had... I mean, those lifts, I don't understand them.
I know.
I don't understand them. Mind-blowing. And then, yeah, I think it had the personality, the cheekiness, the actual, proper Charlestoniness. I loved it. I really, really enjoyed it, and I didn't think I would see it in the dance-off.
No.
That mid-table. Oh,
I know. The thing is, it's not even like... It's really the mid-tables that are taking the hit this year, isn't it? It's not the
more so than any
mid.
ever.
It's the really mid-tables and, that constantly, think your safe zone. Oh, poor Ellie. So I'm really sad, but I'm just so glad that she had such a good time while she was there, and Nikita as well, and just lovely.
They're such a great... Whoever put them together deserves a raise, that's all I'm saying. I also just want to say about Molly being in the dance, because I didn't like seeing her there either.
No.
Well, her little face when she got announced to be in the dance off, I was like, I can't do this. Can we give someone a break once a week? Can we put I don't know. So who else can we put in the dance off just for a bit of
I don't know.
But that's the thing. I don't want anyone in there.
I don't want anyone. Just no dance off 1 week. Everyone just gets to go through 1 week.
Oh, please, just let us have a treat.
I know.
I just can't bear to see little Molly's face so upset, and she deserves to... Her foxtrot was lovely. I'm worried that foxtrots are becoming the new rumba, Flo.
I know. I love a foxtrot.
Me too. And I'm worried it'll make them feel justified for not doing many ballroom pro dances. But it's fine.
I know.
Or more couples' choices. No more couples' choices. No couples' choice this week, did you notice?
Oh, that's why I enjoyed it so much.
It was a one. Although having said that, I do think Jade Adams was due to do her couple's choice, and it was going to be freestyle disco dance, and I would have loved that. I think
Molly's dance. I loved Molly's dance. I thought it was so great. I think I can see why maybe it didn't get that much audience vote, because it was a bit one note.
Yeah.
Again, I keep saying this about Molly, and I feel terrible for it, because I don't think she's a really good dancer, and I love watching her. But she's like, oh, we're back to Happy Molly this week, and I'm like, yeah, great, but I don't know. I just want to see a bit more variation from her.
Yeah, it's the second of the twee dances as well, isn't it? I feel like we've had a few dances where the backdrop's been fall and all these autumnal scenes and stuff.
Lots of love hearts and petals.
And petals. Yeah, petals everywhere. Petals. Lots of botanics. Botanics? Botanics, I'm right. Botanical.
Yes. I don't know, actually.
But yeah, at this point, she's going to have a dance in a botanical garden greenhouse, I think. So, it's... Yeah, I think they need to... But obviously that's not them theming that.
No.
So. Also, her dress was stunning, speaking of botanics.
Yeah.
So it was my favourite dress of the series,
Also, I just want to say I do love Molly, and I hated seeing her in the dance-off, and she should have gone through on that quality of dance. It was so good. I'm just saying, to get... Yeah, I think it's what I said last week, to get her from a 9 to a 10, that's more of it. Or from a 9.5 to a 10,
100%, and I think she needs a 10 to sort of convince the audience that oh my god, she's an amazing dancer, because I think something's not translating. Yeah, it is to us, but not to everyone.
Yeah,
but
it's also
really
hard with a new pro. We don't know much about Carlos. I think they seem to have a really good partnership though, and you don't have that fan base all ready to go either. Yeah. So, but poor Molly. I hate that. I hate the dance off. I don't know what the solution is. Do you know what I mean?
No, exactly.
Go back to doing just the bottom two, and then the judges vote between them without a dance off. But then that's not fair, because if you just make one slip up in the I don't. It's just too hard. It's just too hard. I don't know.
I think the dance off is probably the right thing, but I just think I want a RuPaul's Drag Race All-Star solution where no one leaves for 12 weeks. I know. On the other hand, can I watch 2 hours of... No, I can absolutely watch 2 hours of Strictly every week. It would be fine. But then you get the longer dances, don't you? I don't know what the solution is. It's just like we just need to embrace the hard parts to get the joy, which is a nonsense saying, but there we go.
There's no rainbow without the rain.
Oh,
that's the tagline for Molly's set, I think. And live, laugh,
there's
love.
no Rainford without the But there's also no rainbow without the Rainford, so that's more important.
That's a better, exactly.
Yes. Shall we go up the leaderboard then?
Yeah. So obviously Tony was at the bottom. I've said what I want to say about voting for him. What did you think of the actual dance?
I think it's a real shame because it was clearly done better in rehearsal.
Yeah.
Because I think they said this on your radio interview that Katya looked fuming. I thought Katya looked really disappointed.
Yeah.
And I think it's because I think she was ready to be like, look what he can do. And then one foot went wrong and it just left the whole dance a bit messy. I thought his lifts were shaky but good. Like, not completely shaky. I thought, oh my God, I sort of wonder if Katya needs ever needs a partner. Like, I don't know if she needs another person. I think she could throw herself around a room. I think if she put her mind to it, she could be a parkour champion.
Yeah.
She's just a Wonder Woman. And I love her. But I thought that end lift where she ended up, I was like, she's going to split her difference. I don't know how she did that.
Oh my God. I know.
She's an incredible woman. So I think it had pizzazz. It was like visibly a salsa, which I think is really good. Obsessed that he took on Tyler's DJing tips, so he had like the earphone off. And I was like, oh, there's just something so wholesome about Tony in his little Arsenal shorts in rehearsal, taking DJ tips off Tyler. It's just, it really pleases me. Yeah, I thought it was a good dance. I didn't think it was not his best. And it was the first time, I think, where it's been bad but not entertaining.
Yeah. I still found myself smiling at it.
Yeah.
And the lifts, I still was like, oh. So
I was rooting for him.
Yeah.
But I think, bad without being entertaining is a hard one, because I don't feel like he was papering over the cracks before. I think it's the first time I didn't feel like it was his best. Whereas every other time I felt like, no, he's trying his best. Yeah. This time it felt like, oh no, I do believe you can do better than that.
Yeah, I agree.
But I don't think that's his, also, that's not for a want of trying. God, I can't even talk. Yeah.
I know what you mean though, definitely. Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was visibly a salsa, that's all I can say.
I really enjoyed it. I thought it was so fun. So yeah, it's still maybe I'm just one of those blind fans being like, oh, everything
setting
Tony
your alarm
does
to vote
is magic.
for Tony.
Yeah, exactly. Telling my 2.5 million Twitter followers like, oh, Tony.
Can I just say, on a strictly on the sofa note, if Twitter dies before we get 1,000 followers, I'm going to kick off. I can't cope.
Oh,
we're so close, yet so
so
far.
yeah.
Anywho.
Oh, give us a follow, guys. Come on,
Please,
help us out.
Send us to all your friends. Shall we go up the leader? Why are you finished with Tony?
Yeah.
There's a bit of a scoring discrepancy here, I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Ellie Taylor was next on the leaderboard, which is so low considering she was top of the leaderboard last week. But I think she'd have always been in this position because it's quite a big jump between her and Tyler. Having said that, a 3 for her rumba, Craig. A 3. A 3. That's not on, is it? That's not true.
No.
Do you think that's what saved her?
Such weird scores. Yeah, I think maybe like a bit of sympathy from the audience there because like that's so low. She got 3,757. I don't think maybe a 5 was about right, a 5 or a 6. I don't think any of those scores are right though, to be honest. I would have given this a 6. Like it was good. I actually thought this was good. It looked nice. It looked like a rumba. Like it wasn't the best thing I've ever seen, but I think a rumba for Ellie was always going to be a little bit of a shaky one. Like it's such a tough dance. She clearly doesn't seem to be. I don't think she was ever going to feel comfortable doing this because it's so out of her comfort zone. Yeah. So I think it kind of was as good as I was hoping for, and certainly it was so much better than a 3. I think it was so much hard. It wasn't worse than Tony's Craig gave Tony a 4. I mean,
Yeah.
Come on now.
It was 6s solidly, wasn't it? Because I agreed with a lot of what the comments were saying, although I think some of them were delivered a little bit, like, harshly. Because I think she had a confidence from last week and you could just see it going down again. And I was like, no, I don't want to see that. We want to see it go up and up and up.
Mm-hmm.
I did think it did lack fluidity. That's true. But they didn't talk about the stuff that was good. So, like, the bit where she sort of nearly did the splits, and I thought she did some really great stuff as well as it lacking fluidity. And also most rumbas this year have lacked a little bit of fluidity. Rumbas typically, by celebrities, typically do lack a bit of fluidity. So it just felt a bit harsh to pull her up on, it's like to put to the point of giving her a 3. I also wish a little bit they'd steered into how camp it was. Like, I do think they did, they obviously did at the start with the VT and stuff. But I feel like that would have been a way to get the performance out of her. Because I think rumbas, it's embarrassing. I'm just thinking of every drama lesson I ever had to do where I pretended I was in love with someone. It's embarrassing. Like, it's so, like, It's cringe. You don't want to have to do it. And you're doing it in front of the nation in a dance that's like adding another level of cringe. It's like...
Yeah. And as much charisma as Ellie and Johannes have together and, like...
Yeah.
Like, chemistry, they're not... She's not going to be acting like she's in love with him, is she? No. Like, it's not... That's a bit of a jump.
And I don't think... But just to clarify my feelings on rumbas, I don't think rumbas are cringe. I just think I can see from her point of view that it might feel quite exposing. She's not an actress. And I know John Waite wasn't either. But, like, you can be more in touch with your emotions or, like, your love... Do you know what I mean? Rather than... I'm also not saying that Ellie's not in touch with her emotions either, but I'm just trying to say that I think it can be exposing to do a rumba.
Yeah, this is the one I would be most nervous about.
Yeah, me too. And it's slow as well. You can't cover... Yeah, you're not just going to be done... Like, it's hard. Yeah, exactly. It's the one I would be most nervous about. Because I'd be like, oh my God, I'm going to be close to this person. I maintain because obviously I'd want to be partnered with Graziano and I wouldn't be able to look at him the whole time. So you have to actually have to rumba with him. It'd be very difficult.
You'd have to do an angel face, whatever it is, theme rumba where you don't look at him. Oh no, you do look at him. Oh, which one is it? The Doctor Who angel. He doesn't look at you. Oh, whatever.
Also, that would be... That. Are you just writing some fan fiction there?
Yeah, I think so.
Love that. Yeah, but definitely not a 3. Definitely not a... Mean. Probably not a 7 either. Mean. Do we have anything else? Amazing that she didn't end up in the dance-off, though.
Yeah.
I feel like that was fair.
I thought she would do this week, to be honest with you. So, yeah, she must have a strong... This is the thing, everyone's coming for Tony and his fan base. But, like, Ellie's got through every week with,
and being all over the leaderboard as well, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, completely agree.
Anyway. No, I think that's it. So, should we go on to Tyler?
Yes. So, not his best.
No, I don't think it was, no.
What dances has Tyler done this year? Let me have a look. Sorry, this is a...
That's okay. While you look that up, I will say my thoughts.
Yeah, please do.
I quite liked this, but I think that his sort of frame and his posture was bothering me all the way through. Yeah. And I think we've seen him do better ballrooms. I think he's got a better frame than that. It sort of collapsed, and I don't really know why. So
I think he's got a better frame than that. I agree.
Yeah, it just wasn't really the one. I don't think.
It makes me wonder if he went wrong and then couldn't get it back. I don't know. Yeah. Like he was too busy thinking about what went wrong and then forgot to focus on his frame.
Yeah,
I don't know. So he did an American Smooth in week 1. Then he did the Jive and then the Charleston. And then Couple's Choice. Mm-hmm. And then Tango. Mm-hmm. See, his Tango had a better frame than that, I think.
That's what I'm thinking of.
And then...
So he has definitely felt like he was leading more in the Tango.
He definitely has done more Latin than he has done ballroom.
Yes, yeah.
But I still didn't. This was like a week 1 frame, and I swear it didn't feel he didn't have a week 1 frame in week 1. So
no, exactly. Yeah.
So a difficult one, really. Yeah. He just went wrong, didn't he? I think I don't know if like another example of it being better in rehearsal. I don't know. But I didn't like it. I just didn't like it really. But oh, do you know what? I feel really bad for him because this isn't his fault. It was just because it had mistakes in it, because the frame wasn't good. It was just not going to be a memorable dance.
Yeah, exactly.
And it doesn't feel like that's fair to him.
No, exactly.
So I don't know.
He'll bounce back next week.
He will bounce back.
You know,
and good he wasn't in the dance off as well.
Exactly.
I think.
You can't be at top of the game every single week. So there's always going to be dances that don't suit you. And Viennese waltz is hard. Like you sort of forget. Like
spins
there's so much rotation. Yeah, exactly.
Or rotation. You speak so much more pleasantly than I do.
Should we talk about the next person, who is Will Mellor? I'm just looking at the scores. Like he's 4th from the bottom, but he got 8889. Like it's already so the scores are so
that's
high.
ridiculous.
The competition is so high. I liked this a lot, actually.
Me too, you know.
No.
But it was a good quick step song, I guess, and it was a good quick step. And I'm really happy to see him enjoying himself a bit more.
Was this the one where Shirley brought out her little shoe?
I think it... What the hell, by the way? I don't know. I feel like Shirley... I love it when Shirley steers into the insane side of her.
I know. It was actually helpful as well to see her little shoe. I was like, oh, okay, I see what... Imagine
if football pundits did that for us.
Brought a little football boot out.
Yeah. Maybe more professionals
Maybe they should
do this.
Yeah.
Maybe Bake Off, they should get like a mini spatula out or something to show you things. I would like, yes, more mini horseshoes in horse racing. These are getting less applicable the more I go on.
Yeah.
But definitely football pundits should do it.
Yeah.
Anywho, I don't know what I thought of this.
I don't think I have a lot to say about this. I
feel bad.
I know. I really enjoyed it.
Because I feel like the two dances have just been like, yeah, they were good. Or like good or made mistakes. But this one didn't make mistakes, I don't think.
No.
But it was just good.
It's just a good, solid effort.
Yeah. Interestingly, I don't think he's topped his week 1 score yet. Someone was saying on Twitter. So,
wow.
I mean, it came out of the gate, that's why. But,
yeah.
That
must be frustrating.
I think it might be the reason that he was feeling maybe a little bit lower mid-series. So he got 34 for his drive and he got a 33 this week. So not far off.
But still, though, I think maybe that's why I'm struggling to feel too much about this, because usually, like, there's a journey or whatever.
Yeah.
And if his journey has came out really strong and then sort of maintained it but hasn't quite matched that, it's like, okay, great. Like, I enjoy watching him every week. I really do. And I like him and Nancy together. So, but yeah, I think maybe that's why I'm not, like, not connecting as much. I'm not sure. Is that harsh? I don't know.
No, I think it's just there's a lot of couples left. And it always, you start getting more deeper connections with them from about Blackpool week, don't you?
Exactly.
So I think it's natural. Because I like everyone. I honestly do like everyone. I didn't want to see anyone in the dance off. I watched a lot of Tyler and Diane on It Takes Two. And there was a bit where Tyler handed a fake microphone to her, like, as in there was nothing in his hand. An imaginary microphone, not a fake one, an imaginary microphone. And she fist bumped him instead. It really tickled me. And ever since then, I've been like, I love Tyler and Diane.
You're so fickle.
I am so fickle. Just one little silly misunderstanding, and I'm like, angels. But I just didn't want to see anyone, like, in it. So I think it's normal to have deeper connections with some of them. And mine was with Ellie and Nakia. But yeah, I think it's fine to say that this dance was fine.
Yeah.
It was
spent
good.
a long
It was
time
fine.
saying that.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Sorry.
No, not at all. Shall we move on? Ellie's next. Ellie Simmons. I think we've sort of said kind of what we want to say.
Yeah, although I would like to say a 7 is harsh, Craig, but okay.
Yeah. Craig.
Although Craig's level of harsh this week, I feel like it's saying that his 7 for Ellie Simmons was harsh. It's like saying that Ellie Taylor, that he should go to The Hague. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's really hard. Should we go on to Fleur?
Mm-hmm.
I thought this waltz was beautiful.
Me too.
Really beautiful. I loved her dress. I think Vito smashed the choreography.
I like the choreography, actually.
We need to give him some credit where credit's due. Yes, exactly. There was light and shade. It wasn't overstuffed because it's a waltz mainly, I assume. But, like, you know, Brendan Cole used to put lifts in waltzes and all sorts. So I thought it was I think it's what she needed, maybe.
Yes.
Just a little bit of, like, something, I don't know, the fact that she got through, she definitely needed that. I was so worried that she would be in the dance-off again, because being mid-table and whatever. And she would not deserve to with a score of 35. No one deserved to be there.
No one deserved that.
But it was just, I hope it was a little bit of a confidence boost for her.
I hope so. Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, I really liked this. I thought she looked lovely.
Really lovely.
I think that Motzi's comments for Flo are the best ones, which is like, don't sort of like dim yourself.
Yes!
And you've got good variety across different dances. Like, it's nice seeing you
all
out in your salsa, and it's nice seeing you calmer in your waltz. Like, both those things are valid. So, like, I like that.
I completely agree.
Motzi's
well said, Motzi. Well said. She shouldn't dim her line or feel like she has to do... Yeah, no, everything you just said I agree with. I'm not repeating it in different words. Shall we go on to... Well, I think we spoke about Molly's Foxtrot. Again, best dress of ever. Of ever. Best dress of ever.
Of ever, yeah. Kim is next then with her Argentine tango. Oh, I love this. Okay, now we're into the sort of top bit of the leaderboard where, like, I was getting chills in the dances. They were incredible. So I thought this was amazing.
I was screaming in the house. Screaming. I thought it was unreal. Unreal. The sort of dance where all you can do is repeat your words after you said it and just go, oh my God, unreal, and just spell everything in, like, loads of spaces. It was just superlative, really. I really wanted it to get more than 110.
Yeah.
And I said this on Twitter, but it was really niche, so I'm going to explain myself. That waiting for Anton to give that 10 felt like waiting for Kieran Trippier to score that free kick at the 2018 World Cup. And hear me out. It's because I was like, can we do it? Can we do it? Can we do it? And then when he did it, it was like, yes, we've done it. There's a 10 there. It felt so earned. You know what I mean? I don't know if it was maybe 40, but it might, vibes wise, it felt like a 40.
Yeah. It definitely deserved a 10, I think. I was just so
exactly.
And it's like Graziano's first 10 as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
my sweet little prince. I need to dedicate 10 minutes to talk about how he picked up Kim with one arm when he was celebrating his first 10. It was really very, very... Round of applause.
The lifts in the dance were amazing as well.
Oh, well, I think that's probably connected to the one-arm lift, you know.
Exactly.
He is like, they were so good. It had, bless Molly, this is not to go on about Molly's Argentine tango and compare too directly, but you know how I said Molly's was, like, amazing, but the one thing it needed was, like, that snap. Kim's had that snap.
Yeah.
I felt like she felt confident. I felt that she felt sexy. And I just thought they had such chemistry, and, like, the lines in it, the sleekness of the whole performance, absolutely stunning. It was up. I needed to stop fearing that we weren't getting iconic dances, that we were only getting, like, good dances, because this is straight onto the playlist.
Yeah, exactly. This is that gave me chills, you know, back of my hairs on the back of my arm standing up sort of thing.
Makes me want to call her a finalist based on one dance level.
100%. Yeah,
so good.
She was so good. I also thought that like she like acted it really well. Like the passion and the intent and everything was there.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
You sort of forget sometimes that like maybe she's an actress. I don't know. And then you see something like that, and you're like, no, she really is. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Really brilliant. I felt like she had skidded a Maserati onto the dance floor, wound down the window, and said, "I'm here." Do you know what I mean? Like, I've arrived.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna arrive in style. That's how it felt. It was incredible. Like I feel like she's played the long game with us.
Yeah.
I hope she builds on this. I really do. Oh, do you know? I just had a little bit of a. Oh, can you imagine that at Blackpool? It would have been incredible.
Yeah.
I'm glad it happened now, but like, can you imagine? Love her. Really rate them as a couple. Really, she got a vote this week because I just thought can't not.
Agree with that. Well done, Kim. Well done, Graziano.
Well done. I'm so pleased. We knew she had this in her. We knew it. We've been repaid. And also tied with Kim. Do we go on to Helen Skelton?
Yeah. Love this jive.
Loved it. Right. Two things. Doing it in trousers, difficult. Doing it in a waistcoat, harder. Doing it in shoes where you can see the little white bit so you're really paying attention to her feet.
Yeah.
Bold. Extremely bold. Thought it was amazing.
Yeah. So
I wasn't sure about the song, but then I rewatched it and I think I like it. I think I just didn't know the song. I think I was just being
I really liked the song. I thought it worked, and the I think the music video and stuff is all that kind of styling, like black and white and stuff. So it kind of suited it, I think.
Yeah, the vibes really matched up.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Exactly.
The energies all
very
came together.
Suave.
It was very suave.
Yeah.
And it is just because I don't know the song, because I'm embarrassed to admit that on this podcast, because it's Janelle Monáe. I should be cooler than that.
You know it now, and that is the main thing.
I need to stop only listening to musicals.
What was I going to say? I think as well, right, like, on one hand, like, Jive's quite energetic and everything, and that should suit Helen. But on the other hand, I do think she kind of gave us something different that we've not seen from her before, which was really nice.
Completely agree. Yeah, I think it was, it felt a bit like I don't know, because I feel like she's had a few breakthroughs, like little mini breakthroughs all the way through the series. Yeah. But it did feel like another breakthrough.
It did, didn't
because it felt like she was confident and really like, I'm okay to be myself now. I felt really proud of her for no reason. I don't know her. But when she did the cartwheel in front of the judge's table when she was getting judged, I was like, I can't have seen her doing that at the start of the series.
Exactly.
So I was really happy for her to see her thrive like that. And it was a brilliant jive. And again, it reminds me a lot of Maisie's quick step and how it got a 9 from Craig because she got her heel caught in the park bench. Because I think that's going to be done in the final and she's going to get 40 for it.
Yeah, I can.
They set her up for a narrative here.
Yeah, 100%.
Really brilliant.
Really good.
I was very, very impressed. And yeah, I'm so excited to see what they do and keep doing. Love them.
Yeah, love it.
And again, the scores seem right.
Yes, I agree with that. 3 9s and a 10 feels right. 10
for luck.
10 for luck. Should we talk about your favourite? My favourite this week. Oh,
so good.
Hamza.
He is a dancer.
He is, isn't he?
He's an all-rounder, isn't he?
I think so. He's got the ballroom and the Latin. Like he's really good at both of them.
Yeah.
And we've both said this. Neither of us are a huge fan of a cha-cha-cha. Like, it's fine, but it's hardly ever my favourite dance of a couple that I look back and I'm like, oh, their cha-cha was incredible. But this was actually one of my favourite cha-chas I've ever seen. I thought it was just great.
Let me tell you, a cha-cha on our YouTube little iconic dances playlist is a category mostly dominated by Danny Mac. And by that I mean I think there's only one cha-cha on it. Yeah. Maybe. Hamza's is going on that list. It was really good. And to be up there with Danny Mac, guys, you all know how this is. This is big praise.
Yes.
I thought it was really... And also, quite not to go back into Tony visibly a salsa mode, but visibly a cha-cha. Like, it didn't feel like a disco cha-cha, or it was trying to hide the fact it was a cha-cha. There were obvious New Yorkers and all these, that's the only move I know, but moves in it that were like cha-cha-y. And I was like, this, but it felt like everything they tell us that a cha-cha should be.
Yeah.
Everything they tell us that, like, cha-cha-cha should be fun, cha-cha-cha should be cheeky, cha-cha-cha should be this, that. And I was like, yeah, it just doesn't hit that well for me. It's just one of those dances I don't really like. I thought, no, I just really needed to see this one.
A good one. Yeah, this one.
The cha-cha-cha waits for us, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It chooses us.
Yeah. I loved the music.
And again, felt like it could have been really twee, but wasn't. Anyway, go on.
I know, that's exactly what I was about to say.
Sorry, Flo.
Marriage. No, I love that we have the same thought.
Literally.
Like, amazing. Yeah.
I wanted to see that rom-com. Where rather than being like, this is a bit saccharine.
Yeah, exactly. It kind of, he brought enough style and cool to it, I think, that it didn't feel totally, like, just sickly sweet.
100%.
Which it easily could have done. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Lovely. Oh, I'm just so pleased for him.
Me too. I've seen a lot of people say this already, but like, and we say it, I think we said it at the start of the series as well, that people who say they don't know who someone is on Strictly, first of all, people who watch CBBC knew who Hamza was.
Yeah.
But he wasn't a big household name.
Yeah.
And does it matter?
No.
Does it bloody matter? Everyone is in love with him.
I know.
The nation, he is the people's prince.
He is.
I think if he goes on tour, I will. The idea.
Okay? You're just giggling at the idea of seeing him on tour.
I bought a good seat this year. I just can't. Yeah, I feel like he should be elected king. I just really like him, and I think, I mean, shock, like, you know, who knew? But I think that he is great, and the cha-cha was amazing. He delivers a great dance, and he has the same energies that Tony has, in that he's there to learn, he wants to learn, he loves ballroom dancing, he really respects Yovita, and everything that Yovita can teach him. He's not like, I can teach her something either. Like, there's just a mutual understanding between the two that makes them such a strong partnership.
Yeah.
And all we ever ask of a Strictly contestant is to be embracing the experience, and I don't see anyone that's not doing that at the moment. Not one person in this whole thing. And so that's why the dance-offs are so hard.
Yeah, completely.
Stunning. What a week,
what
though.
A week. I loved this week. I was
absolutely livid, because I felt like how good this week was for feeding into the anti-theme agenda.
Yeah.
Having said that, I have to remember all the iconic dances that theme weeks have delivered.
Yeah. And it's nice to have a theme week and then go back to normal. It makes you appreciate it, you know. But I also love a theme week, so not coming from
both can be good. I think we've just had a lot of theme weeks in a short amount of time. That's all it is.
I think so.
But it was great to see it. Like, that's one of the reasons I loved Molly's Foxtrot so much, and why I was so sad to see it in the dance. Yeah, so excited to see what's coming up this week.
Yes.
Week before Blackpool's, so we've got a lot of... I would love to get to Blackpool's coming up this week. I think we should have a drinking game.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, it's going to be so... The return to Blackpool is going to be so gratifying.
It is, isn't it? It's going to be so exciting. Can't wait.
Neither.
So, yeah, as ever, let us know what you think. You can find us at Twitter, hopefully, at Strictly on Sofa. You can find us on Instagram at Strictly on the Sofa. You can email us strictlyonthesofa@gmail.com. And, yeah, let us know what your thoughts are on this week, on the Tony Adams voting controversy of 2022.
Oh, my God.
Which is
it's
not a thing.
Stop the count.
And yeah, just on anything basically, we love to chat.
Flo,
yeah,
I just can't believe we're having conversations in 2022 about Strictly Come Dancing voter fraud. Like, where was the West Wing episode about this? You know, why didn't they like it? Iconic. Absolutely iconic. Strictly Come Dancing makes everyone in this country unhinged, and so it should. So it should. That's why we watch it. Yeah, thank you so much for listening, and do all of those things Flo said. Rate and subscribe if you can. We love you for listening, so thank you so much, and have a great week. See you next week.
Have a lovely week, everyone. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.